Welcome to my YouTube channel, Weekly Devotionals. This is Swordplay with J-Man. I'm J-Man. For the Sword of the Spirit is the word of the Lord, just so you understand what Swordplay with J-Man is all about. I want to remind you that at the end of the video, feel free to leave comments, questions, prayer requests, and please subscribe to get updates about when I put videos on or anything else that maybe you may need to know about. For we do not have a high priest who is unable to empathize with our weakness, but we have one who has been tempted in every way, just as we are, yet he did not sin. Hebrews 4:15. We don't really know who wrote Hebrews. Some people think that it was Paul. Some people think that it was a mishmash of letters that maybe parts of the letters got missed, parts of the letters got lost, and they just collected what they could find. Others think that it was a sermon that somebody wrote. What we do know about Hebrews is it all appears to be about the Old Testament events. There's a lot about prophets in there, Abraham, the high priest is in there. We're going to talk about him, a little bit about the law. And what does it mean to have a high priest? Well, for the Israelites, when they had a high priest, the high priest would once a year go into the holy place, called the most holy place, and if he had sinned any time that day or within a week and hadn't been repented of that sin, when he entered the holy place, he would die. So they would tie a rope around him in case he died so they could pull him out, because anybody else that tried to walk in there would also die, and then you'd have a lot of bodies and nobody would be able to get them out. Because only the high priest could enter there. So anybody else who tried, didn't matter if they hadn't sinned or not, they would die. So what is this about Jesus then? He is the high priest. He's the high priest because he did not sin. Well, did he have opportunities to sin? He had plenty of opportunities to sin. He was hungry. It had been 40 days, and Satan said, turn the stones to bread. And then he said, jump off of this and God will catch you. A high place. And then he said, bow before me and I will give you the world. And all three times Jesus finally said, do not tempt the Lord your God. And he was tempted the night of the cross. He said, let this cup pass from me. He was tempted. He was weak. He understands our weakness. He understands our hunger. And he did not sin. So when we are tempted, we are weak, we might sin, but he will always plead for us because he understands the weakness. He knows that it's hard. So when you're feeling weak, thank God that you're feeling weak and that God understands your weakness. Thank you for joining me today. Please remember to like, to post, to share. You know the drill by now. Thank you and God bless.